Hang on. Oh, much better. So yeah, got a new camera. One with like settings and things, so I don't have to keep using my phone. Should be interesting. I'm gonna shut off the AC. There we go. Now you can like hear me and I can frame myself properly and know what I'm looking at. This is gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to this brand new adventure here. So this video is about a style of throw that's fairly common among amateurs, but it's not very effective. This style of throw maxes out the range of motion of the shoulder and tries to use that leverage to throw the disc. Let me explain why that doesn't work so well. In the ideal backhand drive, the shoulder joint doesn't move at all. So watch this. If I reach back straight, pull the disc in here, and then release it out here, my shoulder joint hasn't hardly moved. If I don't rotate my core at all, it looks like this. Reach back straight, pull the disc in here, and release out here. So in the ideal throw, the shoulder joint is not really used as a source of power. It should stay at 90 degrees or bigger the whole time. In this style of throw, the shoulder joint is used as a source of power, and it's kind of slow and it's not very effective. So it starts out by slamming the shoulder at its maximum range of motion across your body, and then uses the force that comes from that to try and power the shot. What this is effectively doing is using a much longer and slower lever to power the shot. Most of us learn how to throw a ball by bending our arm and using that short, fast forearm lever to throw it, just like this. Oh, found it. Now imagine how far the ball would go if you didn't bend your elbow at all. You kind of like throwing it like this. That's effectively what this style of throw is. It's using a much longer, much slower lever to try and throw the disc. Also, this style of throw puts a lot of unnecessary strain on your shoulder. Now, I am not a doctor, I'm not giving medical advice. Now, Seth Muncie does know what he's talking about, so I'm going to read exactly what he sent me here, and then I'm going to try to put it in layman's terms, because layman's terms are really the only terms that I know. So, he says, on the front side of the shoulder, the head of the arm bone can slam into the edge of the shoulder joint, cause inflammation/injury to the joint, tendons, ligaments, and possibly even change the bone structure, bone spurs. So what that means is, it's the first time in 3 months I've been warm. So what that means is when your arm is all the way at the edge of its range of motion this way, forcefully, like you do when you're throwing a disc like this, that's putting a lot of tension on the things that are supposed to be keeping your arm in place. And we only really get one copy of the things that are supposed to keep our arms in place. So it's better not to max them out and put a lot of tension on them all at once. The next thing he says is, on the back side of the shoulder, the head of the arm bone wants to pop out of the back of the joint. So the joint capsules and tendons/ligaments are working hard to keep the head in the socket. So this is on the back side of the shoulder here. As the arm is torqued this way, this side of the bone is trying to get pushed out. And that also puts a lot of tension on the ligaments and cartilages and things that are trying to keep the arm into place on the back side. Once again, hashtag not a doctor. Disc golf is a sport, and sports put strain on your body. I think that this way will reduce the strain, but I am not giving medical advice. Just need to get that out of the way. So how do you fix this? I think this problem generally stems from not using enough lower body. If you're rotating as fast as possible with your upper body, this is probably going to be a common result. So focus on keeping your weight over your toes in your lower body, get that linear weight shift, and focus on keeping everything moving straight, and let the force work up your body from the ground up into the disc. Step 2 is to work on getting your elbow out front and not moving your shoulder at all. I like to start with my arm in the power pocket. So my shoulder at 90 degrees, my elbow at 90 degrees. Start here. And then I rotate backwards and rotate forwards. And I start just like this. And eventually I get faster and faster and faster until I'm actually throwing the shot. And that will help me keep the disc at that 90-degree angle, keep it at that power pocket, and not let my shoulder get any closed, any more past that. So that's all I have for this week's video. Thank you for watching. Big shout out to Seth Muncie from Disc Golf Strong. If you want to check out more content from him, things like pre-round warm-ups or workouts you can do to improve your game and help you stay playing longer, I would definitely recommend his channel. If you have any questions, come check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/DannyDisc. I'm streaming there some Fortnite most nights, but it's really just a disc golf Q&A. You can come in and ask me all sorts of questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thanks for watching, everybody, and always remember, slow is smooth and smooth is far.